At the end of the week, the US dollar continues climbing towards its 1.5-year high. The greenback's rally was caused by the US inflation report that unveiled the fastest growth since 1990. In our video review on InstaForex TV channel, we will find out what other events may affect this market sentiment next week. Stay tuned. On Monday, a disappointing report on China's industrial production will open the trading day. Traders should take into account that China's government has slightly loosened their regulation. However, the industrial production figures are likely to offset this positive news. The indicator is expected to show a smaller rise. Notably, in September, economists recorded the slowest growth since the pandemic began in March 2020. In October, the reading could be even lower. This will surely affect the national currency of Australia, China's main supplier of raw materials. On Tuesday, traders will focus on the UK labour market situation. The data is likely to be encouraging. The number of unemployed people is expected to drop, reflecting the ongoing economic recovery after the virus-induced crisis. What's more, analysts suppose that the unemployment rate will remain at the lowest level since the beginning of the pandemic. The signs of the Bank of England's readiness to raise the key interest rate will boost the pound sterling, allowing it to recoup some of its losses. However, during the US trade market, participants may change their attitude to the greenback. The US is going to disclose its retail sales report. According to the forecast, in October, the indicator advanced in the same pace of 0.7% on a monthly basis. It's a really high reading. However, traders should remember about extremely high prices. Although inflation has reached the highest level in the last 30 years, retail sales continue climbing. Such a situation may have a positive effect on the stock market, whereas the influence on the US dollar is not obvious. Notably, consumer spending accounts for 2/3 of the US GDP. In other words, the economy will go on expanding, showing that there is no need to raise the key rates right now. Against this background, the greenback may inch down due to the rising appetite for risk. Meanwhile, the pound sterling is likely to go on gaining in value. On Wednesday, the UK will disclose its inflation figures. The indicator is expected to grow like in other countries, forcing the Bank of England to tighten its monetary policy. Notably, at the recent meeting, the regulator admitted the necessity to raise the benchmark rate in the near future. And that's why it's quite possible that a surge in inflation will boost the British pound against the US dollar. And we will monitor the market reaction to the above-mentioned reports. Subscribe to our channel and follow changes in market sentiment with us. Any comments, questions and offers are welcomed. We wish you profitable trading and see you soon.